Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 2. This book focuses on learning how to read and play melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 2 that you can read from and write in, plus you can support a music teacher. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. We're on pages 45 and 46, and we have a new rhythm, the dotted quarter note. As you learned in Melody Guitar Book 1, adding a dot after a note adds half again the length of that note. So adding a dot after a quarter note, it's like adding an eighth note on to a quarter note, because an eighth note is half the length of a quarter note. So in this first example at the top of page 47, we can see that this dotted quarter note and eighth note combination is the same as dotted quarter note tied to an eighth note plus an eighth note. The way you count that is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So we're not playing on beat 2 and 4 in this example. Instead, that dot means we're tying through. And notice that I'm playing upwards on those ands, or on those single eighth notes. That's because that's an upbeat, that's an and of the beat. So you do down to up, down, up, down, up, down. On page 47, we have exercises 93 through 98. These are all one-note wonders, so we can practice this dotted quarter and eighth note figure without worrying too much about what note we're hitting. What I'd like you to do with each of these is count the rhythms out loud as you play. The rhythms are written underneath the staff, and repeat each exercise a few times, making sure you're playing upwards on the ands of the beats on those single eighth notes. I'm going to be playing all of these exercises at quarter equals 90, so that's our speed. And I'm going to play each one of these twice. The first time I am going to count through the rhythms as I play. The second time I am not going to count, so you can just hear the guitar. But I'm going to keep the metronome going so you can hear where that beat is. So number 93 is in 4/4 time. Measures 1 and 3, we just have straight quarter notes. Measures 2 and 4, we have some dotted quarter and eighth notes. So measure 2 is going to be counted 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. And make sure you get right to beat 1 in measure 3. Don't hesitate after the eighth note. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So here's exercise 93. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Repeat. Number 94 is also in 4/4 time, and each measure we have the same rhythm. We have a combination of dotted quarter note and eighth note over beats 1 and 2, and then just straight quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. So that rhythm is going to be 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And watch your pick direction. That's going to be down, 2, up, down, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 3. Repeat. Number 95 is also in 4/4 time, and again we have a combination of quarter notes, dotted quarter notes, and that single eighth note. This time our quarter notes are on beat 1 and 2, and our dotted quarter eighth note figure is on beat 3 and 4. So this is going to be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, making sure that you hit beat 1 right after you hit the and of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Number 96, the rhythm gets a little busier here. In each measure we have a dotted quarter note and an eighth note, and then a pair of eighth notes on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. Counting, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And watch your pick direction. That's going to be down, 2, up, down, up, down. Down, 2, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 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 repeat. Number 97 is in 3/4 time. Measures 1 and 3 are straight quarter notes. Measures 2 and 4, we have a dotted quarter note, eighth note, quarter note. So measure 2 and measure 4 will be counted like this. 1, 2, and 3. If you put measure 1 and 2 together, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, making sure you're plucking upwards on that upbeat. Down, 2, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, repeat. And then number 98, we have in measures 1 and 3 a quarter note, dotted quarter note, and a single eighth note. And then measures 2 and 4 we have just regular quarter notes. It's going to be counted 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Making sure that you hit beat 1 right after you play the and of 3 in the previous measure. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and you're picking 1, down, down, 3, up, down, down, down. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, repeat. On page 48, we have exercises 99 through 102. These are a little bit more challenging because we have to change notes and the rhythms aren't as predictable. What I'd like you to do with each one of these is write the rhythmic subdivision or the counting below the staff, and then as you play each exercise, count the rhythms out loud. As we did on page 47, I'm going to play through each exercise twice. The first time I'm going to count out loud as I play. The second time I'm not going to count so you can hear the guitar a little bit better. Number 99 is in 4/4 time, and let's go over some of these rhythms. At the beginning, just on a C, we have 1, 2, and 3, rest or mute, making sure you're muting. Second measure is the same, just a different note, but same rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, rest. Third measure, we have that same rhythm for starters, but we're playing on beat 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Second line, we have those dotted quarter and eighth note figures, except this time, for at least for those first two measures, we're playing that figure in the second half of the measure. When that happens, it's very common to want to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. You don't want to do that. You want to play beat 1 right after the and of the last measure. Beginning of line 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Being careful of your pick direction, make sure you're plucking upwards on the ands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, repeat. Number 100 is in 2/4 time. Make sure you write out the counting before you play through it, and let's go through some of these rhythms. We have 1, 2, and 1 and 2. And our picking direction is going to be down, 2, up, down, up, down. Next two measures, same rhythm, just on a different note. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Then some straight eighth notes, 1 and 2 and then dotted quarter eighth notes. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1. Rest. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Repeat. Number 101 is in common time, same as 4/4 time. Make sure you write out the rhythms, and let's go over some of those rhythms. We have a lot of dotted quarter eighth notes in this one. We have 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. And you're skipping around quite a bit too. Nice thing about those first two measures, those are basically notes that belong in a C chord. So if you like, you could just keep down fingers 2 and 3 from a C chord if you want to. Second measure, second line, I mean, we have 2 quarter note Cs, 1, 2, now 3, 4, and 1. Now watch out right there because we're moving from an A, then our G on the and of 4, and then right back to beat 1 in the second measure, the second line. So beginning of the second line again is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Going on, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So again, that last measure, watch out for those moving notes. 1, 2, and 3, 4, or C, A, C. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and again. And number 102, it's in 3/4 time. Write out the counting, and the notes move around quite a bit more in this one. So at the beginning, we have 1, 2, and 3, all with moving notes. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then just some quarter notes and a half note, 2, 3, and a rhythm in the second line, 1, 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Making sure you're getting right to beat 1 after you play the and of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Repeat. Your assignment is to practice the exercises on pages 47 and 48. As always, work on keeping a steady tempo by playing along with the video or play to a metronome so you can choose your own tempo. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar Book 2. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own book that you can read from and write in, so I'll leave a link for Melody Guitar 2 in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 49. We have a C major scale etude that incorporates dotted quarter eighth note rhythms.